thread, a kind of thin yarn which had been essential to humans since garments were made for warmth and protection. The art of weaving and dyeing of cotton was known in India some 5,000 years ago. In India, every state has its own traditional weaving tradition, following its own indigenous speciality in fabric, each different in weaves, texture, motifs, printing technique and colors. This is also reflected in monuments, museums and craft traditions of India. The presses of the hand, transforming a cotton bud into a fabric, took on magical properties, and looms became center of rituals. The exquisite Paithani from Paithan in Maharashtra, influenced from Buddhist paintings, are considered to be one of the richest saris in this state. The art of making these saris goes back to more than 2000 years ago. Zari threads drawn from pure gold are used to adorn the sari with intricate designs. Over the millennium, the produce of looms of India became much more than garments with which to cover the body. They became important indicators of culture and tradition, signing status, personal expression, spiritual affiliation, and more. The textile of Maharaja and the Mughal emperors signified the wealth and power. The use was also extended to furnishing and drapes. What made looms unique in the early years were their fast dyes and the quality of the vegetable dyes used, known in the Western world. Over the centuries, the diversity of looms grew by leaps and bounds. And nearly every part of India had many different communities developing their own individual style, palette and colors. From the west came the patola, Considered as the queen of all saris, the patola was brought to Gujarat by Salvi community of silk weavers. The sari became an integral part of wedding ceremonies in the region. There is a popular Gujarati saying, "Patola may tear, but the color will not fade." Over the north, Banarasi sari from Varanasi is famous for brocade work. As per history, Banarasi is known since Rig Veda, about 1500 to 2000 BC. During the Mughal period, around 14th century, weaving of brocade with intricate design using gold and silver showed the speciality of Banaras. According to Sir George Watt, the gold and silver thread were used so densely that the ground was hardly visible. The material was kinkhab, proper, and was too heavy for clothing. Further from south, 9 meters in length, Kanjivaram saris are longer than usual saris. With a heavy silk background, it is dotted with embroidery made with real gold or silver. Borders are typically more elaborate and colourful than the rest of the sari. They are passed from mother to daughter down the generation. The gift of a Kanjivaram is a gift that transcends time. Today, close to 8 million families are dependent on these textile looms. They have lost their primary market. The producers themselves and the rural poor will now prefer to maintain polyester. The need of the hour is to reposition the old fabric through crucial modern need, self-expression through clothes, and concern for the environment. Our traditional textile rebuilt communities and gave them self-employment and kept alive the heritage that humanity should be proud of. Looms also allow exclusive designs to be produced in short run. Our greatest challenge is to make the most coveted fabric for caring and concerned individuals, textiles that are the only alternatives for a harmonious world.